Alright, welcome once again to my channel. Thank you so much, my returning subscribers. And remember, if this is your first time on my channel, please do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Okay, you see how young ladies of these days miss their luck or take chances over issues that do not really matter. I've been on this case since yesterday. I've been deliberating and talking with this family since yesterday over a marriage that was meant to be held on the 22nd of February, this particular month. That's in a week's time from today. Yes. Everybody is preparing for this marriage. Friends and well-wishers have been informed, families, relatives, Even as I'm talking to you, my immediate elder brother is still at Onitsha. He lives in Lagos. He was supposed to go back to Lagos, but he said he would like to stay behind for the wedding. But the wedding has been cancelled. Just because of common mistakes we make. Some unnecessary errors. Your utterances can really say a lot of negative things about you. Now, the problem started over a cooler of rice that was supposed to be given to the daughters of the soil, And the mother of the bride-to-be brought up the issue because the groom has actually provided for all that was required in the marriage list. And then the mother-in-law-to-be called the groom that they still need a cooler of rice for the daughters of the soil, Omada. The man was like, that's okay, talk to my mom, My mom should settle that with you. So the mother-in-law spoke with the groom's mom, and they decided that it's something not much, that they should look into it afterwards, or the mother-in-law-to-be, the mother of the bride, should find a way to sort that out. Then, having discussed that, the bride-to-be still called the guy. How about the cooler of rice for the daughters of the soil, that they should do something about it. The groom-to-be was like, calm down, my mom and your mom, they have discussed this already. My mom and your mom have discussed this issue already, and definitely is going to be taken care of. But this girl refused to let this guy be. He kept persuading over this cooler of rice. He called not once, not twice, according to the groom-to-be. The groom was like, can't you understand? My mom and your mom are settling that issue. Not this. The groom stays abroad, not in Nigeria. He just came down for this marriage. So he's been around since late January for this marriage, because they've been doing their marriage course. They've been going for their marriage course. So, I don't know if the girl was there for something, After about 2 days, this girl picked up her phone, rang this guy, the husband-to-be. What is the meaning of this? Can't you just settle this cooler of rice stuff? Why not provide money for it as well? Are you marrying your mom or you are marrying me? That look, I am warning you. She's not talking to the bride, to the groom-to-be, the husband-to-be. Look, I am warning you, note this in your head. After this marriage, I don't want anyone to come in between us. Not even your mother, not even your relative. The marriage should be between two of us. Nobody should come in between our marriage. I don't know why you should be listening to your mom or listening to anyone's ex other than doing what I ask you to do. The man was like, but I've told you that my mom and your mom are settling this issue. And this guy became pissed. He said, is this the kind of girl this woman would be? And he was like, he has been monitoring. Because I have series of voice notes from the groom's side. And I have a voice note by this bride-to-be this morning. The one that came in this morning. The call she made, because she rang up the groom's older sister complaining about this marriage being called off. So the bride-to-be was like, at first, this girl asked for money for clothes, as in to make wares for the traditional marriage, and she requested for 400,000. And he, the bride, provided 350,000. What I'm telling you is the truth. Because this family, I have their contacts. I can't just come and sit down and be talking about. You see, I don't do most of the reaction videos because I don't have the information at hand, you know. So, but this one, everything now is in my phone. The details about what went on. So this guy sent 350,000 Nigerian naira just for traditional marriage outfits. Wedding gown wasn't included in this 350,000. It's just for their traditional marriage wear. The clothing they will wear for the traditional marriage. So after he sent this 350K, do you know what happened? This girl still called to say they have finished sewing the clothes, that the man should bring money to collect the clothes from the tailor. Somebody that was given 350,000 Nigerian naira just to make traditional marriage outfits, wedding gown excluded. So this man was just studying her in a way. They said at some point the bride-to-be told the guy that he's an old man. This guy I'm talking to you about is not up to 40 years old. He should be like 36 or 37. And the groom-to-be is between 25 and 27. I doubt she's up to 27 years old because she's currently at the university. She's doing nothing. She's studying. She doesn't have money of her own, no income, no skill acquisition. So everything has been the groom-to-be making provisions for all this, and yet she wasn't grateful. People said it's the mom that was pushing her. So ladies, I don't really understand this. How could you want to go into marriage, you know, a marriage that you've not gone into, and you start warning people? We all know that during a wedding ceremony, especially during the service in the church, the mass, the priest or the pastor will always advise that all relatives should leave this couple alone, let them have their lives. Everyone should keep off from them so that they can enjoy their home. But why sounding that as a warning to your man-to-be, you know, where the marriage is not even contracted yet? And she was even demanding for a court marriage, that she wants a court marriage, you know, after this, so that she will know her stand, you know, in case anything comes up, she would know where to fall back on. I don't really get the motive for which this lady was actually trying to get into this marriage. Now, I listened to her voice note this morning, 2 of her voice notes. I thought she was calling in to apologize or to even ask the husband's-to-be older sister that she called to please talk to the brother, because she did a voice note. In the voice note, I couldn't place anything like somebody being feeling remorse over what she said. She said, "Auntie, look at what your brother has said. He said he's calling off the marriage. Can you imagine? After all the preparations I've made, every of my friends, they know about this wedding. I have shared invitation card and all that. Look at, just like I've shown you the invitation card in this video. You know, I have a copy. My family, they have a copy too." So he said they've shared invitation card. The friends are ready and all that. And now your brother just called off this marriage. What he's doing is not good though. He's not good though. He should consider what he's doing. And besides, I have called him to apologize over what I said. And I said that out of annoyance. Though I know that what I said was not good. But I have apologized to him now. So why still canceling the marriage? I expected her to be, you know, pleading and crying so that the guy could even change his mind. But to me, I didn't really think, because I listened to other of his voice notes, you know, still the same blood. She was like, everybody is now blaming her, that a lot of suitors have been seeking for her hands in marriage. She just bluffed them, and they said it's because of this one came from abroad. That's why she abandoned every man that has been coming for her, that has been seeking her hand in marriage, to say yes to this one because he lives in abroad. She was not even being sorry for what she said. I tried to find out from the groom to be if anyone actually pushed him to cancel this marriage. The man was thanking God for what God has done for him, that God really saved him, that there are so many things that he cannot just say about the young girl, that the girl has some kind of questionable character, the way she asks for money. So young ladies, I think it's necessary before you start bugging a man, demanding for money, get something doing. You should be able to support anybody coming to marry you. See marriage as a partnership. Don't see it as in, especially the wedding, the traditional marriage. You have to support your man in a little way. This lady was even asking for money for bridal shower, as in money to pay for hotel, to lodge the friends at the hotel. And do you know how cheap hotels are in Onitsha? Executive room in a hotel at Onitsha, you might get it as cheap as 10,000 naira. This is the money she was also bugging this man to bring. A man that has been sending money for this, sending for that. Why not save from those money he has been sending and use it for all these things other than disturbing and disturbing? So from every indication, it was just obvious, very clear, that this lady wasn't actually coming for marriage. She has an ulterior motive, by calling the guy an old man, yet you still say yes, you want to marry him, and you now unleashed the devil that you were made of by warning him that after the marriage, nobody should ever come around. You're warning a man before ever the marriage takes place. You're already telling him that, asking him some silly questions. If the man was marrying you or the mom or even the sisters, where they did nothing, because everybody was actually preparing. Everybody was excited because they've been pleading their brother to come home and marry. And now he finally came home to settle down. They were all happy, making preparations. And now you spoiled everything on your own. So please, learn how to talk. Learn how to control your mouth. Learn what you say. Tomorrow you will still go and be crying that you didn't see husband and blah, blah, blah. You can imagine how you have just dent your image, not only your own image, your parents' image, because everybody is preparing for this marriage in 7 days' time. Today is 15th of February. Marriage that is meant to be held on the 22nd of February. You just, out of your carefree utterances or your rude utterances, you just destroy the marriage, destroy the happiness. You called off the whole stuff. So it's sad. Ladies should please take notes of this. Watch what you say to somebody. If you are not interested in a man, don't start the business you cannot finish. Simply say you don't want. Oh, don't simply say yes to a man because he is in abroad, he has assets, and you are interested in those assets. Not because you love the man. It will backfire tomorrow. That means the marriage will not last. So let's just watch it. Thank you for your time.